Hello guys, welcome to my Dying and Dead More series. In this video episode, I'm taking you guys to Pavilion Damansara Heights. This is one of the modern mall which recently opened not too long ago. I'm here now on a weekday, just slightly after lunch, around 2 p.m. And this is only my second time coming to this mall. The first time is towards the weekend. That was during the dinner time where I brought my family here just to check out the mall. But that was a couple months back. And during the first time I stepped foot on this mall, I have a very high expectation due to the name Pavilion attached to it. I was expecting the mall to be packed shoulder to shoulder foot traffic, but during the weekend when I arrived here, I was kind of surprised how quiet it was. And now I'm here on a weekday, the foot traffic is kind of similar like what I've seen during the weekend. As for Damansara Heights demographic, the residents here are towards the upper higher class income earners. That's why you can see most of the retail outlets here are catering towards that demographic. For me, I'm more of a middle class kind of guy, so this mall may not be that attractive to me to bring my families for shopping. Maybe once in a while come here to feel the ambience and maybe to meet up with friends or colleagues. That's about it. I don't foresee myself coming here regularly with my family just to do window shopping. Maybe that's what I can do, window shopping here, and also some F&B. That's about it. So guys, tell me in the comments down below, have you heard of Pavilion Damansara Heights, or have you dropped by before at least once or twice since this mall opened? Write in the comments down below and let's have a discussion. The mall design is very simple, straightforward from one end to the other. Conceptual wise, design wise, I love it a lot. This mall is very beautiful to my taste. Yes, I know taste is relative to the eye of the beholder, but personally to me, this mall concept is beautiful to my liking, just like the Lalaport. I know some of you guys may dislike the Lalaport design, but to me, it is spot on. So this side, they have a Tesla showroom. If you're looking for electric car, you can come here to test drive the car and check them out. So overall, as you can see, the rest of the mall retail space towards this side is kind of barren. And remind me, this is on the ground floor, which they call it the L2. On the ground floor, there are approximately 70% of the retail outlets open. Those retail outlet space that are still available for rent is towards the beginning and also towards the end of the mall. Strange enough, maybe because the way they put the escalator, I don't know, you guys tell me. And one end we have the Tesla and the other end we have a Lotus. So there's two car showroom here in Pavilion Damansara Heights. If you enjoyed this video, smash the like button and share this video to your friends and family. Maybe they haven't heard of this mall yet, and for some reason you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please consider subscribing, as I love to have you as my subscriber. The lower ground floor is called L1. So this floor, there's lots of F&B. As you can see, the crowd here is relatively decent for a lunch hour crowd, and most of the retailers are of middle to the upper echelon. Overall, the foot traffic on the weekdays during lunchtime is above average for a mall of this size. I don't think there will be any lack of foot traffic because this mall is very well connected to a lot of corporate towers, and they have lots of working adults who will likely patron this mall during lunchtime, maybe tea time, and during dinner after office hours. As for residents, maybe during the weekend they may see a slightly dwindled crowd. On this level, retail space are almost at full capacity. Even though this is on the LG floor, which they call the L1, I like the high ceiling and the design concept. Very brightly lit, and also it's very modern. During my last visit on the weekend, it was during dinner time. The foot traffic is comparable to what I'm seeing now in this video. It was around 7 p.m. back then. So the low foot traffic on a weekend during the dinner time, maybe because they couldn't attract outsiders from Damansara Heights to patron this mall. Maybe it's also due to the location. The competition for foot traffic, especially also for F&B, is very, very high. That is the way I look at it. And this mall, unless you are staying nearby in Damansara Heights, Bangsa, or adjacent condominium which is next to this mall, the way I look at it, it's very difficult to attract people coming all the way here due to jam, and also maybe because currently this mall, the retail space of this mall is not full 100%. Now I'm in L3, this level. As you can see, there are more retail outlets that have not opened yet. But right, this mall, which is at the heart of Damansara Heights, and the target clientele is of upper class, why is it still unable to attract the retail tenants to actually take up the space here? You guys tell me in the comments down below. Or is it maybe even the rich people also find it difficult to survive during these bad economic times? Or is it because due to online shopping? Do you think that the rich people also shop in Lazada or Shopee? Comment down below and tell me if that is the case with your friends or relatives who are very wealthy but they also shop online just to save a couple of bucks. Write in the comments down below if this is the case. As we walk further in L3, you can see that there are around 60% occupancy rate. A couple months back when I came to this mall, it looks like nothing has changed. In fact, Pavilion Damansara Heights has good public transportation. It has the MRT which is connected directly to this mall, so that if you don't want to drive to this mall, you can take the public transportation, so it's quite convenient. And if you're driving cars, in fact, they are in the center of Damansara Heights, so it's very easy to get to. You don't have to jam your way out. Even from the highway, there's direct connection to the car park. On L4, there's a lot of IT retailers here. The foot traffic on the upper floors, especially towards this level, has dwindled down as compared to L1 and L2. So this is kind of obvious. The higher the floor, we venture upwards. But overall, as you can see on this level, the high ceiling design concept is beautiful. And on the ceiling also, they have windows for extra natural lighting. So it does project a very airy and spacious feel. For me, I believe if there is no lockdown ever happening globally, I think this mall will do very well. Unfortunately, things that happen. We cannot escape that after the lockdown, a lot of retailers are struggling to keep afloat. I guess this is what it is during the tough, challenging economic times. Overall, on L4, occupancy rate is around 50 to 60%, so it's decent, but for more of this station, it's very bad. So guys, here's a question: if you have not stepped foot or never heard of Pavilion Damansara Heights, will you consider coming here at least once or twice? At least come here just to take a look at this mall. If you ask me, I think you should, because this mall is kind of luxurious and also very beautiful to my taste. Easy to walk from one end to another. You won't get confused or lost in direction where you are, because it's very straightforward. Right now, we are in the highest floor, which is the L5. And this floor mostly are occupied by F&B, but the F&B on this floor is more towards the fine dining. And this floor has extremely high ceiling. It's more like a triple volume here. But overall, you can see there is a lot of retail spaces currently vacant, and you still see a lot of them say coming soon. The last time I came here, they also said coming soon, so I don't know how soon is coming soon. Maybe those retailers just book the spot first while waiting for the foot traffic to improve, then only they start to renovate and move in. I don't know if that is the case. From what I can see is that this mall lacking of one thing, which is a fast food chain. The F&B here are catering, even on the lower ground, are towards the rich man, the orang kaya. And overall, on the L5 level, there are less than 40% of the retail outlets here are operating for business. I think the mall management should also consider the lower and the middle class crowd. Mainly also because the lower and the middle class crowd, they are the majority of the Malaysian population. If Pavilion Damansara Heights refuse to cater to this crowd, or think that they should just focus on the upper class crowd, then I foresee Pavilion Damansara Heights foot traffic will never grow. It will constantly be stagnant, just like what you are seeing now in this video. And this is one of the flaws I think management should consider rectifying. Tell me if my assessment is correct. Write in the comments down below and tell me if you agree or disagree with my assessment. Personally, to me, I think even malls of this stature, they are also facing the same problem like other older malls, which is online retailers. The online retailers seems to be undercutting most of the traditional brick and mortar retailers. So this is a bad thing for the future. I don't know if this trend will continue to keep on heading to this trajectory. If it does, I believe that in the future, maybe around 10 to 15 years, there will be less and less people who are willing to spend money on the traditional retailers. So it could be a bad thing for mall dwellers like me, which I kind of enjoy. And most important thing also, the time I can spend with my family and friends. Online shopping, yes, you can get a couple bucks cheaper, but you do miss this kind of experience. For me, I still prefer to come to physical mall, although I spend less compared to last time. So like everyone else, I think I'm also part to be blamed, but it's very difficult to avoid. Since we're also a consumer, we're trying to save a buck or two here and there, as most of us struggling in some ways since cost of living has increased tremendously. So, well, you guys tell me if I'm right or wrong in this assessment. One thing I like to highlight is that this mall, the parking is very bright and there's a lot of parking spaces. Even the parking spaces between cars side by side is very wide and it's easy even you drive a very large SUV or sports car. At the moment, you don't have to worry about parking because there's plenty of parking parking space in B1 and B2. So if you come even on a weekend, you can easily find a car park without going in circles just to find a spot to park. So that's all for the Pavilion Damansara Heights mall tour. If you enjoyed this video, do the social media stuff, like, share and subscribe. You know what to do. My name is Chester Cheng. I will see you guys in my next video. Cheers guys.